to episode 19 of Out of Wenger's Shadow on FM24. I'm Jamie, and coming up on today's episode, I've got my first two games in charge of Lille, and we are away to Dunkirk in the Coupe de France, and then at Wolfsburg in the Europa League phase. So let's get straight into it, and the team to face Dunkirk is coming up in just a moment. Okay, here is the team then for that game against Dunkirk, and it is Casteels in goal, back four of Angelino, Yoro, Cardoso and Santos, Gabbia behind Skip and Magnetti in midfield, Almiron on the left, Zagrova on the right, and Jonathan David up front. So let's submit the team and go and give a team talk. Okay, my assistant thinks we're favourites for a reason. Go out there and make sure they're left in no doubt as to why. And we absolutely should be. We're against lower league opposition, so let's pump the fists and agree with him. And let's get out there and do it. So here we go. We are ready for our first match in charge of our new club. And nothing less than a win will do. And we are in the white. Dunkirk in the blue, and it is Dunkirk who come forward first, but we've taken it off them. Magnetti to David, who's dropped deep. Gabbia and Almiron is in. Miguel Almiron has his third goal of the season, the first goal of my reign, and it is Dunkirk 0, Lille 1. So perfect start, 5 minutes gone, and can we build on that and make it more comfortable? Zagrova's taken a knock, bruised ankle. He's still pretty fit though, so I'm going to leave it for now. And if that heart starts to empty quickly, I'll get him off. If it stays as it is, he can remain on the pitch, because he is one of our better players. I don't want to lose him unless we have to. As Bardelli finds Anziani. Bardelli goes past Zagrova as though he's not there. And that is a little worrying actually. So I am going to take Zagrova off. And we will bring on Ollie McBurney. And I'll do a little bit of a switch around. I'll put Jonathan David on the left hand side, on the right hand side, and McBurney can go up front. David to Zagrova, Thiago Santos to Oliver Skip. Skip with the shot, and it's just wide. So let's get that tactical switch sorted. David for McBurney. And let's see if we can see this through to half time at 1-0. And then we'll go for more goals in the second half. Ball's pumped forward. And Jonathan David is onto it. Feeds McBurney. And the keeper's made a brilliant save. It is a corner. And it is Angelino with the left-footed in-swinger to the near post. Headed away, but only as far as McBurney. Plays it back to Jonathan David, and what a goal to make it Dunkirk 0, Lille 2. And we're well on the way now to navigating what could have been a tricky one. Magnetti with the corner, into the area, headed away, headed down for Almiron, and Jonathan David doubles his tally for the night, adds our third goal. It's Dunkirk 0, Lille 3. And that should remove any lingering doubts as to the destination of the tie. As Gabbia plays it back to Yoro. Finds Magnetti, who shoots. And that was close, but not close enough. And there's the halftime whistle. Dunkirk 0, Lille 3, and we've been the better team throughout the match. We deserved the victory. So I'm going to agree with my assistant again. We need to make two changes at half time. One of those will be the yellow-carded Euro for Fabian Schär. And the other one will be... Let's see. I think Magnetti for Miramon. Okay, let's get out there for the second half. We've got 2 substitutions remaining. And we've picked up an injury straight away after 2.5 minutes to Jonathan David. So he's going to be replaced by Yaziki, which isn't ideal, but he can play there. The bigger question is how long Jonathan David is going to be out for. As the ball's played forward, we've won it back. Miramon to McBurney, feeds Almiron, who bursts through and is tipped over for a corner. And we're still only 5 minutes into the second half. Angelino's outswinger headed up rather than away, and then eventually cleared, but only as far as Yaziki, who comes forward and plays it back to Cardoso, and the highlight comes to an end. Santos with the throw-in finds Miramon. Yaziki to the byline, and the clearance hits Ollie McBurney and ends up in the back of the net. And it is Dunkirk 0, Lille 4. So we are well on the way now. And let's start thinking about the next change. And I think it's going to be Angelino for Alvaro Fernandez. And then in about another 10 minutes, we'll make the final one. As Ibrahima Balde heads a consolation for Dunkirk to make it Dunkirk 1, Lille 4. Yes, I want to proceed with the changes. And the final one is going to be Almiron. In fact, that is the final change. I've miscounted. We've done 5. And we are in the last 5 minutes, 4-1 up. So it is basically job done. And that is the final whistle. Dunkirk 1, Lille 4. I'll be back in a moment with the second match of today's episode. Okay, time now for the second match of today's episode, and it's an away game in the Europa League at Wolfsburg. And the team for this one, Castiles in goal, back 4, Angelino, Diakite, Yoro and Santos, Gabia behind Bentaleb and Skip in midfield, Haraldson on the left, Almiron on the right, Yaziki up front. So let's submit the team and go and give a team talk. Okay, well, my assistant manager wants them to go out there and show the world they've got what it takes. I'm going to point the finger and agree with him. And let's get out there and see if we can do it. And I'm going to let you enjoy the pre-match build-up this time, with it being the Europa League. As you can see, Wolfsburg setting up in a 4-2-3-1 against our 4-3-3. So it'll be interesting to see which one comes out on top. And it is very nearly kick-off time. Players come out of the tunnel, the referee's picked up the match ball and heading for the centre of the pitch. And kickoff is moments away now. And we're underway, awaiting the first highlight as always. And we'll wait 10 minutes before we do anything. I am going to try and get the league table up so that we can keep an eye on that. And at the moment, we are 16th in that league table. So we could really do with at least picking up a point here, if not all 3. But half an hour in, nothing's happened. Let's encourage, because we're away to a good Wolfsburg side who are in the top 8 themselves. So clearly they're a good team. And we've given them a game for 45 minutes. There's not been a highlight. And it's 0-0. So, yeah, give the fans a performance. And in terms of changes, I'm going to make 2. I'm going to take Haraldson off for Zagrova. And I'm going to bring Manage on for Yaziki. And that will do. I would bring Jonathan David on, but I don't think he's fit enough to last. So he's going to replace Almiron probably after about 70 minutes. Angelino needs to come off. And I'll have to put Cardoso on the wrong side. I am also going to take now Almiron off and bring on Jonathan David. And Gabbia for Magnetti. We've got 15 minutes to go. Lacroix to Arnold. Nemeka. And the shot is saved by Casteels. That is absolutely brilliant work. And the highlight comes to an end. And into the last 10 minutes, it's still 0-0 somehow. And we don't really deserve it. But we'll take it. A point is a point is a point at this stage. And we're well into the 4 minutes of stoppage time. And there's one more attack. Can we pinch all 3 in the dying seconds? Skip round his man. And the keeper has pulled off an absolute worldie to keep it at 0-0. Corner. Zagrova with the left-footed in-swinger. And the header partially away is then volleyed clear. Full time then. Wolfsburg 0. Lille 0. And I'll be back in a moment to let you know what's coming up on the next episode. Okay, before we have a look at the fixtures, let's take a quick look at the Ligue table. We are in 7th place. We haven't played a league game as manager of Lille yet. They've got 6 wins, 8 draws, just 4 defeats from 18 matches, 26 points on the board, 2 adrift of the continental qualification spots. And coming up on the next episode, I'm going to play Monaco and our final Europa League group game off camera. And I'm going to bring you back at the start of February for Le Havre at home and Marseille at home. And we'll also round up any business we've done in the January transfer window. So if you've enjoyed that, please leave a nice thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. Thank you very much indeed for watching, and goodbye.